Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Vina Agustina. I'm from class P1B, and now I will present a work the result of my work report and deal export and import activities in Masaji Prayasa Cargo Company, MPC. This one table of content. Chapter 1 Introduction 1.1 Background 1.2 Purpose 1.3 Drive Profile 1.4 Vision Mission Company Goals 1.5 Company Organizational Structure Chapter 2 Description of Work 2.1 Implementation Time 2.2 Job Description 2.3 Problems and Solutions 2.3.1 Problems 2.3.2 Solution Chapter 3 Conclusions and Suggestions 2.1 Conclusions 1.1 Background. The background here explains why I choose this. Export and import are very activities related to trade. Export is the activity of sending goods or removing goods from the Indonesian custom area to other countries by comply with applicable regulations. The delivery of the goods is not only in the form of goods to be sold, but you can also send goods for the sample promote to overseas companies in order to expand marketing. Meanwhile, import is the activity of entering goods or purchasing goods from abroad into the customs area with professions which applies, or it can also be called the purchase of goods from abroad. However, export and import activities can be carried out when and the company has met the needs of the domestic market. Next, maybe at first glance, reading the explanation above, carrying out export and import activities looks easy, but actually, to carry out export and import activities, you must pass through the stage or process that have been determined by the company concerned. Next, there is purpose. The purpose of writing this work report are as follows. First, this report is one of the requirements that must be taken in facing the final examination of the International Business Communication course Practice International Trade Study Program in the ASEAN region and China. Second, as a means of finding material for deep field observations making work reports. Third, to find out firsthand the work system of Masaji Prayasa Cargo MPC Company, especially in the process of export and import activities. Next, there is Chapter 1, Preliminary. 1.3, Brief Profile of Masaji Prayasa Cargo MPC Company. Masaji Prayasa Cargo MPC Company was founded in 1980 as an independent shipping company in Samudra, Indonesia. MPC was originally established as a division in Samudra, Indonesia in 1970 during Indonesia's economic growth. A growing economy will have a large number of infrastructure projects and MPC will serve this market, specializing in project cargo movement. Next. For years, MPC has served PLN, State Electricity Company, to handle and transport cargo for electricity projects, such as power plants, power stations, and many more. Therefore, since 1996, PLN, through one of its foundations, YPK PLN or PLN World and Education Foundation, has become one of our shareholders. 1.4 Vision, Mission, Company Goals. Carrying out its daily activities, Masaji Prayasa Cargo Company (MPC) determines a strategic plan as follows: 1. Vision: become the best logistic provider in Indonesia. 2. Mission: 1. Providing transportation service to meet the needs of distribution activities. 2. Continuous improvement for the best service. 3. Maximizing synergies and opportunities through Samudra Indonesia networking. 1.5 Organizational structure of the company. Uh, the very top here, the very top there, the head of the company. The head of the company main task is lead all company activities to achieve the expected goals. Coordinating the activities of the company is responsible for management company and make company policies. The head of the company supervises warehouse and planning session, in charge of taking care of reception and expenditure of raw materials and overseas. Two departments that are responsible directly to the warehouse and planning, namely: 1. Warehouse Material Department, in charge of selecting raw materials to be. 2. Product Warehouse Department, duty to reload products and store finished products and make finished goods stock reports. Next, production session. Supervise 1. Equipment Department, duty to provide equipment in process production. 2. Component Department, in charge of adjusting goods in accordance with the size of the product order and the number of products ordered with no ignore the quality of the goods. Next, Financial Department, in charge of taking care of company finance. Part Finance, in charge of 4 departments that are directly responsible to Financial Department, namely: 1. Department of Finance, its main task is to manage company finance well, in cash disbursement and receipts, including the distribution of salary employees. 2. Accounting Department has the duty to keep records of transaction corporate finance, including the preparation of corporate financial statement. 3. Logistic Department, procurement, in charge of purchasing raw materials. 4. Export Department, duty to take care of export of merchandise, namely starting from ordering containers up to processing export documents. Next, Personnel Division. The main task is to carry out all activities related to personnel matters and as a provider of information. The Personnel Department oversees 2 departments, namely: 1. Administrative and General Departments, in charge of handling activities that are administrative in nature. 2. Department of Security, its main task is to maintain company security. Marketing Department, its duties are closely related to the problem of selling goods products by the company. The Marketing Department oversees the Marketing Department, which is directly responsible to the Marketing Departments, and its main task is to market products and receive orders from buyers. Okay, next. Next, there is Chapter 2, Job Description. 2.1 Implementation Time. The author conducts field work practice at one of the freight forwarder companies namely Masaji Prayasa Cargo MPC Company, which is located on Jalan Kencana number 9, Desa Kelabu, Kecamatan Ciledug, Jakarta, where the author is placed in the export-import section. This file work practice was carried out approximately uh, October 2nd, 2020 until November 30, 2020. The working hours that apply at the company are Monday to Thursday from 8 p.m. until 4 p.m. for Friday from 8 p.m. until 4 p.m. while Saturdays and Sundays are closed. Every day before starting work at 8 p.m. at em, the employees and vocational school students or students who are doing field work are required to do a small sport called Taiso, a Japanese sport, for about 3 minutes. 2.2 Job description. When carrying out the field work training at Prayasa Cargo Entity Company, I was placed in the export-import station of the financial staff from Prayasa Cargo Company. In the process is the one who carries out of the supervision and recording of the entry and exit of export-import shipping documents and export or import procedures. Among the tasks that the practitioner is doing, namely 1. Varying the invoice and packing list. 2. Deposit cash guarantee to the state treasury. 2.3 Problems and solutions. 2.3.1 Problems. During the implementation of firework practice (PKL) at Masaji Prayasa Cargo MPC Company, we expressed various problems on several activities. Here are some of the obstacles we experienced during the internship. 1. The document recap arrangement system still confuses us because the documents are either incomplete or not in the proper order. 2. Unable to see the process of shipping goods directly due to different times and place. 2.3.2 Solution. As for ways to overcome obstacles during the firework practice PKL at Masaji Prayasa Cargo MTC Company. 1. Doing work carefully so that the work we do is not detrimental to the company. 2. We ask directly to field assistant at the office how the process of exporting and importing goods directly so that although we cannot see the process directly in the field, we have retrieved an overview of the process of its activities with a clear scheme and chart. And the last conclusion. The experience that the practitioner feels while carrying out the practice field work is being able to know more clearly and in detail regarding how the work will be faced by the practitioner. In its implementation, the practitioner also gets another new material per the time. In the export and import sector, where this is related to the field of work that the practitioner does, it got their add insight to the practitioner in carrying out work practice field and can remember it to apply the material one day at work later. Okay, before closing, there is a question from me. Finish what you started. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching this video.